Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. As you can see, we're going to be going over the Arm to the Teeth Dark Ops calling card. This is first video of many. Now, if you do know, there's a previous calling card before Arm to the Teeth. That one is the one for getting 1 million zombie kills or zombie eliminations. A fairly simple and grinding challenge. That one will obviously come over time. I believe I'm somewhere around 600,000 eliminations, so I'm still far a ways away from it. But there's no sort of easy way to get that one or sort of method to get that one apart from just playing the game naturally. Of course, there's glitches you can do that can go ahead and speed that process up, but if you're in no rush to get it, I would recommend simply playing the game normally. Now, I'm going to be going round by round, but I'm only going to be going where I'm actively doing something that maybe needs to be stated. For example, whenever you get your double points, there's always going to be a herd of zombies in that one motel room overall, but that is a Easter egg part of the step to build the jet gun. So I'll be going, like I said, I'll be going round by round, but I'm only going to be explaining when I actually do something that I feel needs to be stated. So let's go ahead and skip over to round 5, where I first open to go to the cemetery area to get the tool shed key. After opening up the church door and starting the machine that's in the church room, the groundskeeper will naturally spawn. Now, after getting the key, I made my way to the crafting table, built my mangler cannon. You could wait until round 11, but I chose to do this as quick as possible. Get the wiring. Now I make my way to the bowling alley, shoot this little padlock here, and then progress the water valve. You'll also get extra salvage from killing these zombies as well, allowing you to go ahead and upgrade your weapon if you do happen to get enough salvage to get the GS45s. Now we have all 3 parts. I also did forget to mention, don't forget to get the handle from the tool shed area when you get the key from the groundskeeper. I did forget to show that. So once you build the jet gun, we are going to be doing the Aether steps. So I do them in this order. I get the one from the motel first, because once you get all these steps, you pretty much don't need to return to these additional areas. There is a total of 4 here. There's one right next to the door here, one on this bookshelf here, and then there's going to be another one right in front of the window here. And then you will also get the last one right next to the big statue there. Now make your way here at the rooftop of Speed Cola. You could actually get the LTG part just from being on this top of the roof. You don't have to go on top of the truck. Next, make your way towards this window here. You'll find that Aether statue or little figurine that's going to be there. I noticed that I did forget to get the LTG part that was in the game room, so I went to go ahead and quickly pick that one up as well. Now all we need is the last one that's going to be findable at the church area, but we still do need 2 more figurines from the Aether steps. Make your way to the top of the bank. You'll go ahead and need to open this door regardless, so I went to go ahead and open that door. The next is going to be found in these air vents that are on the top roof there. Go ahead and get that part. You'll find another one on this church window here. Do not go ahead and let this one enter the jet gun. You simply want to go ahead and just slowly reel it in to the church, simply like so. You want to go ahead and reel it into an area where you know it'll be easily accessible during the boss fight. Now don't forget to get your last LTG part, which you can find on that top sort of balcony area. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way to the top of the roof bank, where we can now build the LTG part. Make your way to the top of Liberty Lanes, where you'll go ahead and get your last Aether piece. Now I got the HVT Abomination for my first one. Start up the Aether trap, drop the canister within an area where the soul of the Abomination or the dark Aether energy will drop into the canister. Simply make your way to the church. Now putting that canister in, we'll release a little department here. You'll go ahead and get this sort of phone that is going to give you 3 total signals: green, yellow, and red. Now if you get green, it's going to be red. If you get yellow, it's going to be yellow. If you get red, it's going to be green. For example, I got green here, so I do need to input red on this little scanner. The next one will be found in front of Liberty Lanes as well. I got red this time, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on green. Make your way back to the roof bank. The last and third one will be here in this area. This time I got yellow. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on yellow. Now don't forget, like I did, to go ahead and retrieve that LTG part. I somehow always tend to forget this step. It does add some time, but luckily, if you're not doing this in a rush, don't forget to get the LTG part because there is only one, so you'll need to get it and drop it off at the second location. So if you make your way back to the gas station, you'll notice that there is an Aether canister. This is the last one we're going to need. I go ahead and drop it there. This time I got the HVT Mangler, which is more or less one of the easier ones to go ahead and get rid of. He is a lot more tankier than the Abomination, but still overall, because you do have the GS45's Pack-a-Punch, he's fairly simple to, get rid of. Now, after you have your last canister, if you do have enough salvage to go ahead and get that to the last rarity or to the most rarity that you can get it to, I would recommend to do so. The Easter egg is pretty much complete at this point. There is nothing else you need to do other than dropping that canister off there and then starting the Easter egg, which you can go ahead and start at this machine here. It'll lock you into the church area. Simply progress the rounds. Your first spawn, I believe, is a total of 2 Manglers. Very easy to kill, especially with the GS45s. Then the next round, you'll get the HVT Mangler. That one will be a little more tanky. Now, at the start of the third wave, you're going to want to go ahead and pop the Aetherella. This will allow you to kill the HVT fairly quickly. Very more easier than it would be simply using the GS45's Pack-a-Punched. Now, what I did was I made it a little bit more harder on myself. I didn't know you could pop the Aetherella at the start of the third round. I waited until I got the Abomination down to very low health because this was I believe, the second time using Aetherella. I didn't know that it lasted longer than it did the very first time, and I completely forgot. So if you're watching this, pop the Aetherella at the start of the third round, or at least a little bit, after you kill a couple of herds and the round progresses a little bit. So after you finish the Easter egg steps, you'll notice all this loot that's going to be presented right in front of you. Now you have a total of, I think, 4 legend rarity weapons. You can go ahead and use either or. For example, I believe the jet gun does count as a level 3 rarity, even though you can't put an ammo mod on it as long as it's in a slot. But I also have heard that it doesn't count sometimes. So if you want to go ahead and be sure, I would simply recommend picking up all 3 regular weapons. Simply just get rid of all the wonder weapons out of your inventory to ensure that you will get this. You'll notice you have all the perks as well. Picking up these raw Ethereum crystals will get you to Pack-a-Punch 3 as well. I would recommend to simply use this on the knife and picking up those ammo mods as well. So I dropped the jet gun and picked it up for the Tanto, equipped any ammo mod. Like I said, if you don't get the calling card, now all we need is basically 50,000 points, which is fairly easy to get. It won't take too long, considering we already have a head start with the additional bonus points that we got in the beginning of the round. You'll notice it's round 11. It's very easy to go ahead and progress these rounds. I went ahead and went to turn the Rampage Inducer on. It made it a lot more easier, to get the points. For reference, it took me about 6 rounds to go ahead and get that 50,000 points, which wasn't too much. I go ahead and upgraded the Tanto to allow me to get the last and final weapon that I need. As you can see, I have the Tanto Pack-a-Punch level 3, legend rarity with an ammo mod. And then you'll notice I did take a down here, or not a down, but I did get rid of my quick revive as I didn't turn off the Rampage Inducer when I made my way towards going to Pack-a-Punch. So I did take it down, so just try not to do that. And overall, that's pretty much it. As you can see, I have the GS45s here with the ammo mod as well. As far as I can recall, I did get this calling card when I first did the Easter egg steps, or the first time doing the Easter egg in general. I did this, I'm pretty sure, while getting the wonder weapons. I believe I picked up the jet gun and the wonder weapon, and obviously because all that loot is presented towards you, you do have enough to get your primary weapon, which was the GS45s. I equipped them with an ammo mod, and I believe that's how I got the calling card. Like I said, but if it doesn't work, I would recommend simply progressing up to round 17. That's when I had enough points to get the Tanto Pack-a-Punch to level 3. As you can see, I have everything with an ammo mod, legendary, rarity, level 3, all the perks except quick revive. But overall, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.